because I'm realizing how much everything around me is not stable foundation.
Yeah.
The only thing that is him. So the disciples in this boat, they've got the storm, they've got a boat that's really a whole lot of nothing when a storm is going to break it to pieces,
Right?
you know, like that's their safety net. All they have to turn to at that point is Christ. And I think that is so often what he's doing in our lives is allowing enough, and it's different, I think, for each of us, to what extent that needs to take. But I think he allows these storms to take us to the point we are utterly at the end of ourselves, we're at the end of our resources, and he's showing you never could rely on any of those in the first place. You thought you could, but I have always been here, and I have always had what you need, and I will carry and I will sustain you through this. And I have so much treasure for you beyond this that you can't even begin to understand.
Yeah.
But you have to endure the dark days and the dark nights before you will see that sunrise again. And I think that is such a gift to us as believers. It doesn't feel like it at all in the moment, at all.
No, he could have taught them all these lessons on a beautiful sunny day, on the day where there is complete peace, where the water looks like glass. He could have taken them out in a boat in the middle and said, you know, I am sovereign over all of this. He could have taught them that.
Yeah.
But it sinks a little deeper in the middle of a storm.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he does this whole show, don't tell thing. You know, he's a storyteller. He wants us to experience him. And now, Sarah, I have been in storms where it felt terrifying. You know, I don't know if I've been on a boat in a storm like that, but I've been in storms like that. And I have been on water where it feels like it's just like glass, but I have never experienced the two side by side in a moment. And I think this is part of the miracle, right? Not only that he can speak and he has authority over the wind and the waves, but also that it's immediate. And there is just this immediate, I mean, that doesn't happen. You know, there's waves for hours after a storm ends, right? And so there's this immediate peace. And there, I love their reaction too. Who then is this? And I think that's the true question. Who is this? Like that's what the storms force us to ask. Who is this? And what do you make of that? What do you make of their reaction? And there's almost this wonder rising up in them.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, until we're forced to look otherwise, we are worldly minded. We are temporarily, we everything that we make sense of is in terms of something tangible that we can understand. And I think what God is doing here to the disciples as well to us is lifting their eyes and saying, okay, you think all these things, but you think of it in such a limited view. I am giving you a taste of something otherworldly to show you that I am not of you. I am not of this world. I can't even be related to anything in this world. I am so far bigger than that I control the waves. I control the wind. I control everything. I knew this was going to happen in the first place. All of these things, he went to sleep knowing what was coming. It was all so intentional and deliberate. There was nothing by chance that was happening. And I think as you see him then calm the waves and the wind, you see he had the entire thing in his hands the whole time,